Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Are you new to prepping and you're wondering, how do I start prepping from nothing? What if you have no prepping supplies at all? You don't know where to start. You're ready to just take your first baby step. You should start with storing some water. Buy a few jugs of water at the store, fill up some empty containers in your home, set that aside because no matter what the emergency is, everyone needs a supply of water. Next, think about stockpiling some food. There are 3 different kinds of food that as preppers we want in our stockpile. Number 1 is the open and eat, grab and go, easy foods. Foods that you don't need to do any preparation. You could tear open and eat it like a granola bar, a bowl of cereal, Pop-Tarts even. And you can think about there's all kinds of foods that you can open and eat and don't need to have any cooking. Then think about simple canned foods, full meals in a can, chili, beef stew, ravioli, there's all kinds of food. Just walk around in the grocery store and look over the cans of food. Think about buying cans that are a meal. Think about buying cans of meat, cans of fruits and vegetables, and get a nice supply. Then look over the packaged foods like pasta mixes, rice mixes, simple bags of spaghetti and a jar of sauce. Think about macaroni and cheese, jambalaya mixes, quinoa. There's all different kinds of mixes, packaged goods that come already prepackaged. You just follow a few directions and you can make some meals. Then you can figure out ways to combine those foods to make bigger, better meals that you can keep making meals for your family, adding to your supply so that you have enough food going forward. Next, you want to think about basic ingredients. Do you have the basic dried foods like rice, beans, oatmeal, pasta? Foods that can store for a long, long time. They're single ingredients, they're already dry. You store them into an airtight container and they can last for 30 years. But they don't have to be put away to last. They can be foods that you're rotating, but you can buy them in bulk so that if you want to have enough rice, if you couldn't get more, that you would have it. It isn't expensive to buy the cheapest, longest lasting foods like rice, beans, even popcorn. You can buy those foods in small packages, in large packages. You can put them into clean jars, put on an airtight lid. You can put them into Mylar bags, seal them with an oxygen absorber, put them in a 5-gallon bucket. There's all different ways that you can buy those longest lasting foods. But just start a little at a time. If you're just doing the baby steps, take a pound of rice, a pound of beans, pour it into something like a clean jar, put on a tight-fitting lid, store it into Tupperware. Use your food saver vacuum sealer if you have it, but your goal should be to continue to add to your food stockpile. When you're looking at the longest lasting foods, think about ingredient-based meals that you can make. Do you have the things like flour, sugar, baking soda, baking powder, the ingredients that you would want if you needed to bake your own bread, make your own tortillas, maybe even have to make your own pasta. But if you store a lot of pasta, you don't have to worry about making it because it's so simple to store it for it to last. You can make your own, but it's a lot of work. We may not enjoy it. We may not have the time or the energy. So think about the basics that you might not be able to get, like the fresh bread or your tortillas, muffins, pancakes, waffles. Have the basic ingredients that allow you to have those foods in case something happens that you can't get it, whether it isn't available or it isn't affordable. Then you'll be able to provide those foods for your family. Next, you can add freeze-dried foods. You can buy individual meals like from Mountain House or Backpacker's Pantry. Then you have a quick and easy meal. You can just add water in an emergency. If you can't boil water, you don't have to be able to add boiling water into, say, the Mountain House meals. You can put the water into the pack, seal it up. You just need to soak it for longer than the time that's on it. If you were using the hot water, it will still rehydrate and it'll be perfectly fine and good to eat. It may taste bitter if it's hot, but it's still going to be fine. Other freeze-dried food options are the number 10 cans, or what we would consider a bulk container, that maybe you can buy a package of stew vegetables, a package of strawberries. There are all kinds of different vegetables, fruits, even meals that you can buy that are already prepared. They're sealed up in a number 10 can that you can put away on your shelf for up to 25 or 30 years. So there are so many different ways to look at how to have the food that you want. And there isn't any one right answer for what food should be in your pantry. It should be the foods that your family enjoys and your family is willing to eat and that you know how to prepare. But if you're starting from nothing, start with some foods that are just tear open and eat, open a can, cook some mac and cheese. Simple foods that you are able to prepare that don't require much energy, water, or anything complicated. We don't want our life to be complicated if we're in a struggle. If you have a buffer of just pantry foods that you can go to your pantry, take some food out, make a meal for your family, it helps you save money. It helps keep you going. It can even help you get out of debt, because if you go to your pantry and there's nothing to eat, then you may be tempted to go order food online or do drive-through dining, which is going to cost you a lot more money, and it isn't necessarily going to be tastier or more nutritious than something you could make at home. Wouldn't you rather be able to whip up a pot of spaghetti, maybe make a tuna casserole, mashed potatoes with some of your canned meat and gravy, a can of vegetables? Wouldn't you rather be able to already have something in your home that you can feed your family so that you don't have to worry about, I have to go get something, I don't know how I'm going to pay for it, and then you can stay home, you can be safe, you can relax and be calm and know that you can keep going for another day. You've taken out not only the immediate desire to have a meal for your family, but you've also then given yourself some downtime to sit and relax and think about just what you want to do the rest of the evening, because tomorrow you have to get up and face all of the complications that we have again. Start prepping from nothing. You can do it. Just take little baby steps, a little at a time. Buy one extra package, one extra can. I always figure every extra can of food that I have in my pantry is a future meal that I've provided for myself. And you can have that attitude as well. Leave it in the comments below. What are some food ideas, meal ideas that you think would help us get started if we're prepping from nothing? What are some great basics to add so we can get going on being able to provide no matter what the situation? I hope you'll like my video, share my video with someone else you think might find it useful, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.